Hey everybody, it's Ted here from Mob Rules. So I made a little bit of a mistake. I was unfaithful to you. Well, sort of not unfaithful to you. So it really didn't mean anything. It was just what it was. I only love you. Anyway, so I picked up some aggressors. I did an unboxing video and I lost the majority of the video. So let's do it again. I'm going to use you as my excuse to make financial mishaps. So let's take another look at the aggressors, and then you'll be able to see the video, the ending that I'd already filmed. And it'll probably be, the context might be a little off. But let's go ahead and pretend that this is our first time opening the Aggressors box, which I'm super psyched about because they look phenomenal. So let's hop over here. Let's discuss it. A box with men. There's only 3 of them in here, but that's okay because they're pretty. All right, so here we go. Shrink wrap goes bye-bye. And we have a box. Ready for this? Are you ready? Like a moth out of the cocoon. Yay! Full color instructions. Oh my gosh! I haven't seen these before. I haven't looked at them before. This is our first time. Yay! So I think like one of the first things that I was really curious about was how much option there was, if we were kind of going with the unipose, or if we're going to go with the like the old Jess Goodwin Space Marine, so like the separate torsos and everything else that you can kind of twist or whatever. But so one of the things that I did notice right off the bat, and I could have, anybody can go online and look at this, so it's not like I have this great knowledge that can only be discovered by buying one of these. Although I like to pretend that that's a good and valid reason. I could go online and look at the sprues to determine exactly how these models are put together, or I can spend $60. I'll do that. Okay. Unfortunately, they are unipose. They are a unitard. So it looks like we have the thighs. This is almost a lot like the snap fit. So like if you get the Dark Imperium, you're going to see the same kind of concept. So we have the thighs, and they're full thighs, and then the back kind of fits on there. And then we have the moon boots. Moon boots. There we go. Moon boots. I love those feet. I think those look really cool. And the ankles, the big fatto ankles. I kind of dig how they, there is aspects of Space Marine here, but they also did something different. Like it's not, I don't know, there is a departure, but there's similarities still. All right, so we have Power Fistos, and that's the Boltstorm Gauntlet. We have the big fat backpack. Let's see, what else? This was kind of a weird thing. The bolter feeds, some of them kind of, there might be 2 parts. They're a little bit fiddly. I think I heard somebody say that they were really hard to put together. I didn't really think that they were that bad, but it still wasn't super easy. Let's see, there's the Flame Storm Gauntlets. Oh, those are so gross. I think it's like 2d6 shots or something, so basically like 2 flamers. Although, yeah, ugh. Lots of little details. I like that they have like little, like all the little bones. Like it's their pet chinchilla that died. They carry it around. It's adorable. This is Peter the chinchilla. Let's see, lots of shoulder pads. Let's see, 1, 2. Looks like, or no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So lots of options. There's 6 guys worth. I wonder what the big difference is. So you can go with bolts or without bolts. So how clean do you want to be with your shoulder pads? That's kind of a weird thing. I don't know. I would think that you would a little bit more diversity than that. Okay. So what else do we have? Going over here. So this is the flamer bits, the feeds, the Prometheum feeds. Oh, the frag storm launchers. So awesome. Let's see. What are some of the cool things? Oh, heads. Oh, I love heads. Heads are awesome. So yeah, look at that guy. These are cool, man. I'm just, excited for extra bits. You can throw those on like a Primaris Sergeant, and all of a sudden my Iron Handsy guy looks more Iron Handsy. The heads, I think the heads are kind of weird, because I think there's, what is there, like 2, 1 helmet, 1 knot. Oh, here's another helmet knot. I like his hair. It kind of has like a 1950s, like a suburban hairstyle. And then another helmet. Okay, so there's 4 heads. Did I miss one over here? I think I did. Oh, there's another one. There's the guy with the crew cut helmet. He has a bionic eye. It's awesome. Okay, and here's another set. Helmet and then not helmet. So here's another bizarre thing, is that there's helmet, and there's nothing different about this. Okay, I gotcha. And then there's a helmet with the skull on it. So that denotes sergeant. Okay. I see what that is now. I was kind of wondering, because I just thought like, oh, why would you put so many helmeted heads in there? You only need 3, why do you need 4? But one is to denote sergeant, so if you're doing like a 3-man squad, or if these are add-ons to your squad, so I could just have like rank and file guys. Okay. Let's see. And I think 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 fists over here. Then we have 2 fists right here, so that's all your fists are accounted for. And then there's the back parts of them. Oh, okay. So I think we had extra fists. So there was 2 bolt storm, 3 bolt storm. Oh, by the way, I just noticed there's your sergeant pads. You can have your sergeant pads. And I think that was also a thing. You got an extra shin, because I think I counted them earlier. The time I didn't open this before, and there was an extra shin, so that looks like your sergeant shin. The sergeants get lots of skulls. That's what that's all about. So this is your sergeant hand, so you can go with your sergeant flamestorm or your sergeant boltstorm. Yeah, or your sergeant helmet. I think it's just your thing. Like, skulls denote privilege. Okay. What else is there? I think there was also a different chest. So there's 1, 2. Where was the other one? 3. I think that was the optional. Okay, that's your sergeant chest, because of Terminator honors. And then other chesty. Sweet. Okay. And then of course we have lots of purity seals. There's some little shells down here. More shells, more purity seals, more shells, more shells. Dang. I guess he is throwing out a lot of fire. Okay, cool. So that's what that is. I think that kind of sums it up. It looks like there's not a whole lot of options for posability. I mean, hell, we even had, like the peg in the head kind of thing. So like they were being really restrictive with what we do with these guys. It's kind of weird. Like they had it seems like the vehicles, they really give you a lot of options for doing what you want to do. But the Marines, they seem like they're kind of going a little bit. They're a little bit more controlling with how they want you to put these together. I mean, granted, you have like these big ammo feeds, so like how can you really give us too many posing options and still have these continuous feeds? So I think there is like a little bit of restrictiveness. But I don't know. I think like most people just kind of put stuff together anyway. Then like hobby nerds like me really want to have our options. Oh yeah, by the way, I don't know if you can see this. You see it? You know what that is? It's checkers. It's the checks. That makes me happy. Last thing, Terminator bases. That's it. Okay. So what I'd like to do is there's a part of the video that I already recorded. That's the exit, which is what we're gonna pretend I didn't do, so that you think that we're doing this continuously. See, I fooled you already. And it's the I'm customizing some guys, so I wanted to take a look at some custom guys to see if we can Iron Hands them up. I have some ideas. Like one of them is gonna have like pincher claws, because that's cool and Mechanica-me. And then, I don't know, we'll do other stuff. I'm gonna pretend like I don't know because I didn't do this already, but I did. All right, so hold on a second. Let's go take a look. Okay, so I said that I was gonna make 1, and I made 3. I mean, I was gonna do it anyway. I actually put one of them together. I think it was that one. And then decided that I had so much fun, I was gonna finish it. I even did the video for it and everything. So there is an outro video, but you're not gonna see it. Instead, you're gonna see this one. So this was the first guy. I think I had mentioned that I was going to do pinchy claws, and I posted pictures of this online with my Neo Cataphracti shoulder pads. So they're a little bit slicker, not as ornate, and that's kind of it. I'm just going for that Cataphracti look. I just wanted it a little bit broader, a little bit more brutalist. I felt that otherwise it was a little bit too slick and not very Iron Handsy. So I wanted to be the Siege Warrior. So here we go. Oop, there we go. The hands were pretty simple. I think, I can't remember if I mentioned it, but it's basically 2 pieces of plastic tube and then a fat piece of plastic rod to kind of give it a little bit of a recessed look and kind of, I don't know, bring some visibility to the center rod. And that was pretty much it. I did put some tiny little rod rivets in there. And then the fingers themselves are the fingers off the Blood Angel Furioso. Same thing up here, 2 pieces of plastic rod. Then I got some really thin plastic card, cut it up into little squares and did that kind of thing with some plastic rod for the rivets. And that one I actually did like 2 sizes of plastic rod. I started with a big one and I needed a small a sharp X-Acto, and I didn't have one on me, so I ended up swapping out and then getting the smaller rivets in there. I just felt that the smaller ones made it look less cartoony. Let's do this guy first. Okay, so Sergeant last. So same concept with the shoulder pads. The hand, I'm going with a buzzsaw kind of a thing. I got a little sloppy, to be honest, with the buzzsaw. Unfortunately, I'm trying to rush these a little bit, because I want to have them done and painted by Wednesday. So this was like a plastic, what would you call it? I don't know, it's like a square tube, but it's not a tube because it's not hollow. Square rod, there we go. Then there's some plastic tube, or I'm sorry, rod, 2 different sizes. And then there's, another plastic tube that kind of terminates in a plastic rod that terminates in a half rod. And then this guy, I just took like a piece of pipe, made a circle and then just like cut out little pieces. Yeah, so that's that guy. Super simple. I'm really kind of letting the shoulder pads do most of the work visually with these guys. The hand was such a pain in the ass, mostly because I'm rushing these and I really should just slow down. But I have like so many things I want to work on. So the fingers were square plastic rod that I just like, the second digits, I shaved them down a little bit. So it's pretty much the same size as the previous one. Same thing with the thumb. I did kind of skimp a little bit and I didn't really do a whole lot with the inside of the hand. So if you can see, there's empty plastic, but I'm sorry guys, I'm failing you. So kind of the same concept with the shoulder pad. I did put like I don't know what you call that, but like a shoulder guard ridge, whatever thing on there. And so there is like more rivets in there. Also, I wanted to give the sergeant a little bit more, make him look a little bit more important. And instead of just sticking with like his crux terminatus, I went with like an optic bit off the repulsor tank. All right, so then down to the leg. It's like a series of plastic tubes. I just went with like one big strut, and then I went with a support bar that kind of goes down. And then, yeah, just like a series of plastic rods for the joints. And then I did shave a little bit of the inside of that greave, I think it's called, like the shin plate, so that it mirrored this side. Should be, yeah, there we go. So that was that. You know, it was really simple. I pretty much did this guy and then half of this guy, the half of Buzzsaw today. And then I did most of their bases today. And that was after a 6-hour photo shoot for my freelance gig. So, you know, it didn't take too long. And I think like the cool thing is like these are going to be head turners. You know, I'm going to show up in a tournament and people are going to be interested in them. So every once in a while, you know, so I think that this is kind of a fun project, I think, for people. That means you know, not necessarily to do exactly what I did, but to do something different. just like cut up some plastic art, make things kind of fun and different, and people will take note. And then you'll be a celebrity in your own gaming world. Maybe not. Maybe that's a little bit extreme. I don't know. Anyway, that's it. Hope you liked it. I do have, like I said, I have some more projects coming down the pipe. So stay tuned. Bye. Bye. Just want to throw a quick epilogue on here. I did go through and paint some guys. So there's a sergeant right there. I kind of went with a blue skin. Figured they ended up, when they're not in battle, they kind of hang out at home, playing video games all day. So that's the sergeant. Yay, there he is. Tried to do a lot of micro texturing on him. Unfortunately, I did have a game today where I wanted to use them for the first time, so I didn't really. I don't know. I put a decent amount of detail, but I didn't go to town on the micro texturing. So I still haven't clear coded these guys. I think there's one guy I forgot to paint his hair. So here's the guy with the pincher hands, and there's Buzzsaw, Mick Buzzsaw. I think that's Celtic for Buzzsaw. So there's Buzzsaw. Yeah. Anyway, that's it. I hope you like these guys. They were a lot of fun to put together. I really enjoyed the challenge. You know, when something paints you into a box, like it's always more of a challenge to pull yourself out of the box. So yeah, I don't know. Good models. All right, take care.